our senior reporter and good buddy. Welcome to the show. Finally, about time we got you on the sports segment, my friend.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Ready to talk some football.
I think so too. Kaleb, I think you're going to be the first one to start us off today. We have 4 games that we're choosing for the weekend. Washington, Cleveland, Green Bay, New Orleans, Baltimore, Kansas City, and then the game of your choosing. So why don't you give the fans what they're here to see?
Starting off with the Washington and Browns game, I believe the Washington has the edge in this one because their football team, well, they are the football team, but I believe their defense is going to hold them up to par in this one and keep the Browns off the scoring board. But also in this game, Dwayne Haskins has to play a good game. Him and Baker both have been really inconsistent this year, but I think Dwayne Haskins might have the edge with this one and his defense.
All right, and then Green Bay and New Orleans for the second.
Green Bay and New Orleans is going to be a pretty tough one, but also the Saints just haven't looked the same this year. They're missing Michael Thomas. They still have Alvin Kamara, but, I'm going to have to go with the bad man and Aaron Rodgers this week.
I swear that man could have nothing but just high school football players around him.
Yeah.
And still find a way to get a deep bomb somewhere in the end zone.
Yeah.
On top of it, just at the last second too, with no hope in sight. But that's what Aaron Rodgers does. How about one of the best Monday night games I think I've had just seen stacked up in a while, and that's going to be between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chiefs. This is Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. Who you got?
Oh man, this is a tough one. You got 2 of the league's best elite young quarterbacks right now. They're both talented. But I'm gonna have to take the Ravens in this one. I believe Lamar, defenses still don't have him figured out yet. I know the Madden curse they claim might be real, might be fake, but it's only week 3, but I feel like Lamar will have his production will lead the Ravens to another win, and their defense also will be a task for Mahomes to try to figure out.
Yeah, I think that Madden curse might be dead because Patrick Mahomes was on the cover last year, and Super Bowl MVP,
right.
But that's a whole other conversation for a different day. And your final game, we all get to choose our own independent game here. And I know that this week you were going with the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Who you got?
I'm going with that one. That was also an interesting game. The first time we've seen Gruden and Belichick face-to-face while coaching head-to-head against each other since that game. But also in this one, I have to go with Cam Newton. I feel like right now, he's also another guy that could be also in the MVP race this season. Like I said, it's still early. You never know what could happen, but long season. But also for Las Vegas to travel to New England on the road, I feel like New England's defense is going to be another pitcher, play a perfect game and, do what they got to do to get the win for the team.
Yeah,
in addition to Cam Newton's MVP type performances.
So it's New England then?
Yes.
It's New England.
England
Michael, you as well, man. Let's hear what you got.
Well, for me, I'm going to be taking Washington as well, and I think mainly because of their defense has been stepping up a lot recently, and I think that Dwayne Haskins can be able to put just enough points on the board to get them the victory. Because Cleveland's just been really inconsistent lately. They have a lot of weapons on their team, Kareem Hunt, they got Nick Chubb, and obviously Odell, but they have all these weapons, but they just haven't seemed to be able to put it in the right order, and it's just too inconsistent. So I think that defensive front is really going to be able to get to them, and they'll be able to just get by, I think.
Yeah, how about the Green Bay and New Orleans Sunday night matchup?
I love Sunday Night Football, first of all. I can't wait for that. But with Aaron Rodgers, it's really hard to pick against him. So I'm picking the Packers on this. But Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, what a matchup there. Like 2 legendary quarterbacks, future Hall of Famers. And with their matchup, I'm going with the Packers here. They're without Devontae Adams, hamstring injury. It's going to be a game-time decision. Alvin Kamara, he's going to be getting a lot of touches this game, I think, so if you got him on your fantasy team, be sure to start him because he was their number 1 receiver, and he's the running back last week. So, be on the lookout for that. But their defense just hasn't been able to hold up, especially with Derek Carr last week with the Raiders. If the Saints defense couldn't hold up to Derek Carr, and we've got Aaron Rodgers this week, what's going to happen there?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Speaking of defense, Kansas City had trouble with just a rookie quarterback in Justin Herbert last week, and the Chargers. They have Baltimore on Monday. What are your thoughts?
That was shocking, honestly. I am taking the Chiefs though this week. That is my pick, but that is a tough one to pick. It's going to be an excellent game, possible AFC preview for the championship game. The thing is for me is Patrick Mahomes he's so good, and Lamar Jackson's also so good. 2 MVPs under the age of 25, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's never happened before. And I just think that with the defenses and everything, I know that the Ravens defense I think does have a little bit of an edge, but I think with the Chiefs offense, they're just going to be able to just stay ahead, I think, with the game. And they got the new running back there at Kansas City with Hilaire there out of LSU. He's a great guy, and rising star for sure. So I think that's going to kind of give him an edge there.
And then your extra game, I know you're going with Pittsburgh and Houston.
Yeah, my Steelers. I'm going with Pittsburgh here. That's my pick over Houston. Houston's been a really good team over the past couple of years with Deshaun Watson out of Clemson. And I think that it's going to be a tough game for them, but I think that tougher than last week's with the Giants, that's for sure. But I think it's going to be a tough game for them, but I think that with the defense that Pittsburgh has, which is one of the best in the league, I think that they're going to be able to step up. They're going to have a lot of pressure on Deshaun Watson, force him to scramble, and getting him out of the pocket with Minkah Fitzpatrick and them in the secondary, they're just going to go off on that, and they're going to be getting a couple interceptions. So look for that Pittsburgh defense in fantasy this week as well.
That's going to be a great game. I mean, all four of these games, honestly, if you might not think that a Washington game really carries over so much as, a second thought of, should we watch this? Just the way that they've been playing, honestly, the past couple of years. Let me say something, because I was incredibly harsh on Washington this offseason. I'm not going to lie. Just the football aspect and the way it went. I got to come clean. Just Chase Young and Montez Sweat, that defense, that tandem that is great. You see Chase Young developing every week, and when he's fully developed, this is going to be a dangerous defense. Jimmy Moreland, who we would love to interview on the show, by the way.
Love Jimmy.
Jimmy, this defense is really developing for Washington. But additionally, I think that it's crazy to say this. I think that the Dwayne Haskins and Terry combo, especially coming up, comparing it to this Sunday, I think it's been definitely more consistent than the Baker Mayfield and Odell tandem. I'm going to actually, for the first time this year, take Washington to win this game. I really have faith in them. Dr. Sangson's going to love this one. And it pains me to say because I'm a Bears fan, but I think Green Bay has this game against the Saints. Aaron Rodgers, this is a man who, like I said earlier, you know what? Let's just go lower. This could be middle schoolers that he's playing with. Right. Aaron Rodgers will find the open man every single time. There's a highlight reel of just fourth-second bombs with the final seconds ticking away. It's insane. I'm taking the Packers over a Saints team that really stunned me last week, just being incapable of stopping Las Vegas. I love the Monday night game this week between Baltimore and Kansas City. Because we're not in the playoffs yet, this is still a regular season ball game. I think Baltimore has this one. We know that really the woes that Baltimore has experienced for whatever reason, the playoffs just seem to be that Achilles heel that the team has faced. I think it might not happen this year, at least for them, I hope not. But it's regular season. I'm taking Baltimore. And then my game of choice, I really don't like myself right now. I'm going against my Bears too. And the same week I'm taking the Packers. And this is after Atlanta gave up that game in the fashion that they did against the Cowboys. They had that game in the bag. I know Craig Allison, who's one of our reporters here, he texted me as soon as that game was over and said there's no way that we should have won that game. Well, Craig, you're right. But they still, man, I don't know what it is with Atlanta and blowing insurmountable leads. But you know what? I don't trust Mitchell Trubisky still. And it pains me to say that because that's my quarterback. Chicago, we got to admit it, Chicago has gotten lucky the past 2 weeks. That should have been a DeAndre Swift touchdown catch at the end of week 1. And they, in the final seconds, had to hold off a Daniel Jones-led Giants team. Personally, the defense with Chicago looks good, but Atlanta, that offense, Calvin Ridley's been killing it. And, he's on my fantasy team too, so I can't root against him this week either. But I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons over the Chicago Bears. They get their first win of the new season. Folks, this is going to be a fantastic weekend for NFL football. We hope you all enjoy it as much as we do. From the Breeze TV Sports Desk, Jordan Simal, Kaleb James, Michael Bellu. Colby and Allie, back to you.